So finally, we would like to give the floor to our final welcome address for this morning. She will be speaking on behalf of Dr. Angel C. Alcala. She's a member of the technical working group of the Second Forum on Crocodiles in the Philippines, a professor of herpetology at the Animal Biology Division of the Institute of Biological Sciences, College of Arts and Sciences, UP Los Baños. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to Dr. Leticia E. Afuang.
Good morning, everyone. It is indeed my honor to represent or to read the message of Dr. Angel Alcala, who is, I call, the father of Philippine herpetology. I remember those times when we had to resurrect the herpetology course in the University of the Philippines, when nobody was interested to take the course and everybody was afraid of crocodiles and reptiles and especially snakes. But he took time to come to my classes, small classes at that, and he was willing to give free lectures. He was then the DNR secretary. His companies would include Dr. Percy Sahise and Dr. Molayan. It was really such a great honor to have him around and great inspiration. So now we are proud that we have more graduates of herpetology from the University of the Philippines, and more research on herpetology is being done by our own Filipino people. So again, my honor to read this message from him. First of all, a pleasant good morning to all. To the Honorable DNR Secretary Royce Matu, who is represented by Director Crismar Rodriguez of the BMB. To the Director of DA, Bureau of Animal Industry, Dr. Ronnie Domingo, represented by the Assistant Director Jocelyn Salvador. And to the Chancellor of the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, represented by our Vice Chancellor for Research and Extension, Dr. Rex Lima Feliz. To the Executive Director of the ASEAN Center for Biodiversity, to Dr. Graham Webb, Chair of the IUCN Crocodile Specialist Group, who represents all the ASEAN member states, and to my fellow scientists, crocodile conservationists, industry people, participants, and guests. I would like also to mention here Dr. Arvin Diasmos, representing the Director of the National Museum, and Dr. Juan Carlos Gonzalez, Director of the UPLB Museum of Natural History. Today, we will mark another milestone in crocodile conservation here in the Philippines. We had been very successful in holding the 2007 First Forum on Crocodiles and the 21st World Crocodile Conference in 2012, both held at the National Museum of the Philippines. And now, we will be having the second forum on crocodiles in the Philippines, here at SEARCA. As we all know, the Philippines is home to the Indo-Pacific crocodile, the Crocodilus porosus, more commonly known as the saltwater crocodile, and the endemic freshwater Philippine crocodile, known as Crocodilus mundurensis. Crocodile conservation is a complex task that is mostly misunderstood by the general public. This cannot be equated to conserving several species of frogs or birds. In terms of biomass, a single crocodile equates to several hundreds of individuals of small vertebrates. The loss of crocodiles in an aquatic habitat can have a great effect on the ecosystem. But for the people who are living in coexistence with crocodiles, they strongly believe in the ecological benefits they get from crocodiles, such as increased fish productivity. In Agusan Marsh, the Agusanon Manobo perceived these crocodile habitats as their first sanctuaries, an assurance of healthy fish stocks to sustain their fishing practices. One of the most important things we want to accomplish in this event is to ensure that the issue about human-wildlife conflict will be resolved into a level that is acceptable to all of us, as well as to the benefits of the community. The sustainability of conservation is important as well. This is where I believe that the commitment of the members of the crocodile industry will enable us to help ensure the future of sustainable crocodile conservation. They have demonstrated their contributions not only financially, but also to the conservation research of crocodiles in the past years. And with that, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all of them. Especially requested here is to ask or request the CPPI people to please stand up and be recognized. Kindly please. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. In behalf of the crocodile conservation community, I would also like to welcome and express gratitude to the different agencies of the Philippine government for their continued support in conservation work. Here he asks, please let the government people stand up and be recognized. We would not be celebrating our conservation efforts now without them. As we continuously do crocodile conservation work, so do new challenges arise. This is high time to further improve and formulate new crocodile conservation strategies with the crocodile industry backing us up. The forum's theme, Strengthening Partnerships in Conservation Research and Sustainable Management of Crocodiles in the Philippines, shall be realized with your participation as scientists, conservationists, and decision makers in this significant event. This is also to recognize the untiring guidance and support of our international partners, the IUCN Crocodile Specialist Group members, representatives from the ASEAN member states, conservation breeding institutions, NGOs, the academe, private companies, and international partners. Here another request comes. Please stand up, all foreign delegates, international partners. Thank you for sharing their experience in helping us build a new conservation paradigm for the coming years. At the end of the day, we are hopeful that this event will be another big leap forward in the coexistence of both Filipino people and the crocodiles. My warm welcome to all Filipinos for gracing this momentous event in crocodile conservation. All Filipino delegates, please stand up. We express our gratitude to the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the Department of Agriculture, the University of the Philippines Los Baños Museum of Natural History, and the Crocodiles Porosos Philippines Incorporated, with whom we have been working closely in order for this second forum on crocodiles in the Philippines to happen. We look forward for another forum in the near future. Thank you very much and good day.